Hello and welcome to London Stansted Airport. Today I'm here to catch a flight over to Pisa in Italy. Now you may have seen in the news there was a flight in the last few weeks that had a case of coronavirus on board, and that flight happened to be my flight. In this video you'll see exactly how the staff at Stansted Airport and the crew on board the Ryanair flight dealt with the issue. We're still well and truly in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, so London Stansted Airport today was reasonably quiet. There's only a handful of flights out of the airport this evening, the majority of which are operated by Ryanair. The duty-free area here at Stansted is quite large. There's also a wide variety of shops and restaurants for before your flight. I settled in Wetherspoons for a couple of hours before my departure. My flight today was from one of the satellite piers, which meant that I had to take a shuttle monorail over towards this area of the airport. The shuttles run every few minutes and only take a few minutes. There's some nice views over the airport before we go underground. My first niggle for today's journey is that the gate agent was taking everybody's boarding passes off them, rather than letting the passengers scan them themselves. This obviously means that the gate agent will handle one person's boarding pass, then another person's boarding pass, passing germs between each of them. In my opinion, it shouldn't be like that at all. Today's aircraft is this 3.5-year-old Boeing 737-800, delivered to Ryanair new in January 2017 before being transferred to Malta Air in January 2020. This aircraft currently only operates flights for Ryanair, however there are intentions for Malta Air to operate their own independent flights in the future. Everything seemed to be going smooth and normal as we pushed back from our stand bang on time. The flaps were then retracted, and the aircraft made a turn back onto the stand, where we were met by the gate agents. It was unclear for quite a while what was actually happening. It took quite a while for any sort of announcements, however here was the first pilot announcement.
On board we have 2 passengers, which that one I got a text from health authority from UK. It's test, which is suspect test of COVID-19. Now we're waiting for the authority. Probably we're disembarking, and we're just waiting for a decision from the authority from the airport here in Stansted, and then we should be ready to go back to Pisa. So we keep you updated.
It was shortly after when things got interesting, as fire officials from the airport boarded the aircraft in full protective hazmat suits. The cabin crew then made this announcement to the passengers, followed by another announcement from the captain.
We have a suspected case of the disease COVID-19 on board. Captain said that before, but probably
and then we are ready to move again towards the Pisa
Se risulta che lui è positivo,
The entire process took around an hour to complete, and finally, the last bit of fuel that we needed to top the aircraft back up to the full level was added, and we were ready to go. Total of around an hour and a half delay.
Don't need to do anything when you land to Pisa, not even when you will come back to the UK. And we ask you please to fasten your seatbelt and be ready for departure.
It was finally time for us to push back. Also, feel free to head to the links in the description below. They'll take you to both the articles on the Daily Mail website and the Sun website. I had a bit of involvement in the article on the Sun website, as you can see on the screen now. You'll be able to read this on their website. As well, on the Daily Mail website I left a video there for them to use. Again, if you fancy having a look, feel free to. It was finally time for departure. We left Stansted around 1 hour 43 minutes behind schedule.
Cabin crew is for departure, thank you.
Let's have a look at the route that we're going to take down towards Pisa today. We depart from Stansted towards the west, making a left turn over towards London, over Belgium, Luxembourg, Switzerland, starting a descent towards Pisa just over the Milan area. Cruising altitude today of 39,000 feet. Booking a flight on the Ryanair website is very easy. The website's quite self-explanatory. You just choose your departure airport and your arrival airport and the date that you wish to fly. Under normal circumstances, this route would operate 3 times a day. However, in 2020, because of the coronavirus pandemic, it's only operating twice a day on a Wednesday. As well as the value package, there's also 3 other packages that you can upgrade to with Ryanair. Each of the packages offers a variety of options. A useful package at the moment could be the Flexi Plus package to allow a little bit more flexibility given the current circumstances. Seat selection on board this flight was pretty reasonable, starting from £4 for the seats towards the back of the aircraft, up to around £20 for the extra legroom seats. To sit close to the front, it also does cost a little bit more. This is because you can technically disembark the aircraft quicker. Ryanair always try to sell add-ons, for example in this case Fast Track Security. With Ryanair, you're only permitted to take one small bag onto the aircraft. This has to sit under the seat in front of you. It could be a laptop bag, a handbag or a small backpack. For myself today, I chose a Priority and 2 cabin bags. This allowed me to bring a rucksack as well as a cabin wheelie bag onto the aircraft. It cost £6, but for me this is perfectly worth it. Check-in bags with Ryanair can be quite steep. Again, like I said earlier, they're always trying to sell different add-ons, for example fast track, travel insurance, parking, and another good thing is you can pre-order your food and drink. The toilet on board was mostly clean, something which in the current climate is extremely important. Each seat has a safety card towards the top of the seat, a tray table, and a pretty good amount of leg room. The seat itself, however, wasn't that comfortable. The tray table is in no way adjustable, however it's a pretty decent size, and it has an indentation for a cup or drink.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, captain switch on the fasten seatbelt sign. We ask you please to return to your seat and ensure your seatbelt securely fastened. Suitable stoward belt down and with the blind fully open. There should be no more walking, no more standing in the cabin aisle, and the use of the toilet is not permitted now.
It will soon be time to land. We'll be landing today towards the northeast at Pisa. Onto runway 04 right. Something I've been waiting for absolutely years, a go around. We flew a loop back round over Pisa and made an approach again to runway 04 right, where we will successfully land this time.
Amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you to Pisa, where the local time is approaching 20:01. We ask you please to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Welcome to a very hot and close Pisa. We arrived in Pisa just over an hour and a half behind schedule, which all in all wasn't actually that terrible, to bear in mind what we'd actually faced at Stansted. Upon arrival into the terminal building here at Pisa, you've got to undergo a temperature check. It was a very easy process to complete, and arrival into Pisa wasn't any different to usual. I'd just like to say how impressed I was with the way the crew handled the situation today. As with a lot of other airports, Pisa's got markings to ensure that people maintain a social distance. In Italy it's 1 metre. I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video has clarified a little bit on what the situation was and what actually happened last week on board this aircraft. Thank you for watching, please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.